Relax. Chong is taking a nap. Thank God. And I am going to start making my jewelry. I found a bunch of stuff here. I'm probably going to braid out. I found this big one I have. I'm going to go ahead and braid this out. And I'm going to make a 6-string cord on it too. I feel it would be fun. So I'm going to start getting my string out for my new creation. Because I do like to keep busy through the day. Alright, now this one is not perfect like the rest of them. When you do enough yarn work, you have some that got messed up and some that didn't. That's the way yarn work is. Oh, I guess I found the place where it's supposed to come out. So, okay, no, I didn't. Alright, with this, I was just picking apart yarn, honestly. Because I'm just using this for cord anyway, so it's okay. Alright, so we're going to do a 6-string cord. I like to make mine a little bit longer so people can decide, what they want to do with it. Sometimes I make it a little extra long. Why not at that point? Oh. There you go. I'm going to do 2 of each color because I'm going to do multicolored here. Because when you're knitting in the parts that the strings that some of these that get messed up, you just use for other things sometimes. And I do have a lot of yarn. An awful lot of yarn. But I did have a fun dog walking stream. I don't know if you guys were involved in the dog walking stream, but I will be putting them out tomorrow. Because the other dog walks I'm going to do is not going to be as exciting as the park ones. So, alright, this is a white one here. I'm going to do a multicolored one too. Oh, I am from Ohio. I don't know, I'm pretty much new to streaming. Especially kind of like big time streaming. I've always done little time streaming, just not like over here. Over here is the big time streaming, I like to call it. This is where all the big time people are. But yeah, I'm not fancy. I'm like the pioneer woman. I'm the person that'll tell you not to get a purse that's expensive. That's just who I am. And I don't. Even if I had $1 million, I would not spend a lot of money on a purse. Would not. Oh God, my friends, they go out and spend all this money on these purses. I won't do it. I'm happy with the simple things in life. This is why I have a dog and I stream with my dog. Because I feel that the things that are most important are the things and people we affect around us. Because people remember this stuff. Alright, I decided on this one jewelry to have different colors, and it's real thick. I actually ordered some jewelry stuff to make more jewelry. Oh, you're in Indonesia. Okay. This is the first time I had anybody from Indonesia. Well, welcome. I'd like to get to know the different countries. I'm gonna slipknot this. I find people from other countries very fascinating. I like to one day I would like to go to different countries. I feel that would be fun, but I don't have the funds right now. It takes a lot of money to go out of country, so all right, you just slipknot this baby, and this piece I'm doing here it's real thick. So you gotta kind of measure out for there. I'm all for. I love yarn. You'll learn that about me. I will start a yarn project in a second. I make cords with it. I do everything with yarn. I love it. And I like it because it's a cheap material. And when you have it, oh, you're welcome. And when you have it, it's you can make beautiful things with it. And it's cheap. And I feel like everybody, even if you have a little money, should honestly save it. I'm all for saving money. I feel if you don't save your money and then get behind in your bills, it could be a bad process. So I try to promote activities that are cheap, and I show you how to do things that are cheap because I feel it's better. I don't know who this is, so I'm gonna hang up on them. I don't know, mate. Do you knit wool? Because that would be fun. I never thought about that. I might. That is a damn good idea. I do like wool. I mean, I do like knitting. I mean, I don't know if they make wool string. I would be all for it if it came out in strings where I can knit it because I would enjoy that if it's kind of like yarn. But I do see all these different streams all the time. And I'm very intrigued by the YouTubers that do things that are interesting, which is like making things. I love making things. I enjoy it a lot. I find it self invigorating. And it's nice because, it's not like you're throwing something at someone's face when they can't put food on their table. But if you're showing them how to do an activity, they have young kids for presents or something, I feel it shows them. Because I grew up Catholic, and they always said that Jesus, one of his famous quotes was about fishing. That if you teach a person how to fish, they could get their own food. If you just get it for them, then they don't know how to. So there's a lot of sense in that made. There really is. So I feel if I'm making things that my friends like for presents, then maybe someone else might want to make presents for their kids or whatever. I do this, I give this stuff away for Christmas. I like that necklace. Where did you get it? Oh, I made it. I make it all. I did this here. I got this from the nursing home, or you can get these from like Amazon and stuff. They have like stuff, and it's pretty cheap. It's in the jewelry making section. You can order a lot of stuff. I like to not only make crystal necklaces, I do other kinds of necklaces also. I feel they look better. than the stuff that you get from the stores sometimes. I made this one with my moonstone and it's knitted, and I pulled this and I did that and I knitted and I braided this too. If you get the stuff and you're doing all this kind of work, it's a lot cheaper. And it gets a lot cheaper. And that's kind of where you want to keep it. You want to keep your costs down. Because if you don't keep your costs down, it's it goes to an expensive hobby. That's what I feel. And it's fun. It really is because I have anxiety and stuff, and it really is a fun activity. And when you're done with a gift set, it's nice. And I put it in a sandwich bag, and I have those tins that you get cookies from around Christmas time. I don't throw away anything. I absolutely throw away nothing. If I can reuse it, I do. And then around Christmas time at work, everybody had the stuff and they're going to throw away these tins. I saved them. And I put a bunch of gift sets in them and I use them for storage. And we should try to reuse all of our waste as much as we can. Some things, yeah. My one friend, she's a little fanatic about it. She gets the toilet paper that you use and throw in the washing machine. I would not do that personally, but I guess people do it because I'm a little freaked out about germs. But you could they have this stuff called dude wipes, and it's flushable and it's biodegradable. So those you could get if you wanted to go that route. I just get regular toilet paper. I figure it's biodegradable. She, on the other hand, is way more than me involved in this kind of stuff. So I reuse what I can, and in my milk containers and everything, I take them and I use them for water storage for the animals, and I make sure that their water's cold, and then I put them in Brita pitchers. But there's nothing wrong with keeping water storage. Because why go? And that's another thing. We have a garbage problem in United States. I don't find it I don't want to contribute to the problem. Like people are always going and buying bottled water. If we literally sat there and got Brita filters and things like that, we wouldn't have these kind of problems because you would use less. And I do. I just buy the filters. And it's simple things like that that could really help the environment. And I don't think here in the United States we got that clue. But I like to try to inspire people because somebody has to help this water problem. Because this water problem and all this is, I don't know. It's hurting the dolphins. The tops of the little tiny water bottles, they have found dead baby dolphins coming up because the it gets in there and they can't feed off their mom, and sometimes the mom and the baby come on shore dead. So if you're out there, try to reuse everything and maybe just buy less bottled water. I mean, I use the same one, clean it out, because I'm concerned about those baby dolphins. I would be devastated if my baby couldn't feed and just died. But that's just me. Because if if the dolphins die out, who do we got to deal with? We got the sharks. And from what I hear, they're trying to like get technology to go underneath the ocean to see what's there. And I get it that the ocean, there's a lot going on underneath this ocean of ours. They say there's some creatures that are prehistoric that just stay away from humans. It has been told this kind of thing. And they're supposed to be pretty nasty, and some of the sharks won't even go by these things in the ocean. And they're trying to find different species and where they're going, and because my husband knows someone that studies ocean stuff, and he said that he was in the Navy, the US Navy, and he's seen some stuff. There's been stuff where I don't know if it's fake footage or not, but these creatures look a lot like mermaids, but they're not. It's like a half fish, half human thing, but it's not like nice like our face. They have like fish teeth, and their eyes are really crazy looking, and they say that these things that are coming up are like blind. But they have some kind of human features, but then they don't. And it was been told by people in the Navy, so I don't know. I mean, these are just rumors, but there could be. I mean, they say that life came from a whale that walked out of the ocean, and that's was our closest cousin. We got the lungfish. There's fishes that were they're like these creatures. They're called. You can look them up. They're called lungfish, and they came up and they have actual lungs like us, and that's why they're called lungfish. So, oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. I only know English. I wish I knew different language, but yeah, they're saying this. They're calling for these kind of things. So, all I know is maybe we should try to keep the ocean nice because I don't want these things crawling up out of the ocean and saying hello. Not to mention the underwater volcanoes. We got volcanoes that are going all the time, going off under the ocean. And it's crazy. There's all this stuff always going on. And there very well could be some kind of a primitive us. Because I do believe in evolution. I don't believe that Adam and Eve was just born. I do believe in God. Trust me. I do believe in God. But I believe God creates a lot of different things. And I take this on my pegboard and do it this way. I believe God creates lots of forms of life, just not us. I mean, yeah, you are special, but I don't believe we're overly special. I take this, I'm doing this with two strings at a time. That's how you get the thicker cords for bracelets and such. And then I put this in the middle and you weave it in with it. My friends seem to like these a lot. They act like they always want to buy them. I didn't tell them I'm okay, you don't have to buy them. This is what I do in my spare time. But, and then you just cross over and then you keep braiding. And you're braiding it in to hold it in place in that one spot. See? It's coming down like that. And they look nice. And it's like it holds on to your charm. And I'm going to make an extra cord for this set also. Because I think it would look nice. And you can pick whatever color you want. You got to do like, this is a 3-string, which seems to work for jewelry the best. The more strings you use, the thicker your cord gets. I mean, you can do, I like to do by multiples of 3, just so it comes out like there, because it's kind of hard to French braid this kind of stuff, but I guess you could do 4 string. But 3 string works really good for jewelry, I think. So I stick with 3 string. I do. But you just divide it up. Like if like I did 6, so the next one up would be 9. So you have your braiding in intervals of 3 at a time. So you'd have 3 of these. And it just gets thicker, the cord. And then that's it. And you can make little gift sets and around Christmas time and stuff, and it's really nice. And honestly, when people get these, my friends, they get so excited. They'll sit there and get this real expensive present and they'll like my jewelry better than the expensive stuff. Cuz mine's simple and basic. You know, if it gets lost, it's not like you paid a lot of money for it. And that's the God's honest truth. You don't want to sit there and put yourself broke because of Christmas. Because Christmas is supposed to be a spiritual holiday. That's the one problem I have with Christmas in America is they commercialized it. Saint Nick, where Christmas started, he used to give out presents for free and help, and it was about generosity and love. That's how Christmas started. And somehow it ended up where you got to spend thousands of dollars on Christmas. And I feel that's wrong. I know some people argue with me and say this and that. It's a time where, you know, if you have a couple nice things and you want to surprise someone, it's fine. Or if someone, like, he was going around and giving people shoes and making shoes for the kids. I feel it's a time of generosity, but you shouldn't sit there and use it. I mean, it's a known fact that a lot of people commit suicide around Christmas. And I feel it's sad that it's come to that. Because Christmas is really a nice spiritual time of enlightenment. And people just, they make it into something it's not. And I get it, you know, it's nice to give presents and stuff, but people are supposed to come together and be nice around Christmas. They're not supposed to act the way they do sometimes. And some of my friends around Christmas are like that. And I tell them that, you know, that's not the way it's supposed to be. And they said, I know, blah, 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 blah. And I tell them, you know, that's not the way it's supposed to be. To me, I tell people not to get me nothing. I honestly do. I just tell them, don't get me nothing for Christmas. If you want to, get me something small. And you're getting a necklace set. That's it. Don't get me $100 purse. Don't get me this because I don't want it. I don't contribute to greed and what greed brings and breeds. I feel greed is bad. I really do. I like simple ways. I prefer simple ways. If I had my choice, I would live in a log cabin with Chong in the woods, and me and Chong would just be hanging and chilling, and that would be it. But I need stuff, and I'm in medical, so I have to have a place to take a proper shower and stuff and all that. But I feel if we're going to use resources of the earth, we need to do that. Oh, I'm from Ohio. It's in the United States, obviously. But yeah, I'm from Ohio. It was started out as a farming state. Ohio really isn't overly bougie. It really isn't. And I'm okay with it. Now, sometimes if you go to California and all that, where all the superstars are, that can get bougie out there. But I'm just a simple person from Ohio that likes to do little things and remind you that we all live on planet Earth. And we all have a time we're going to die, and the earth is going to be standing after we die, so let's not destroy it for your kids and grandkids. I'm that person that's going to remind you about that, because that's how I feel. The earth was given to us to stay as a gift, and it's a miracle with all the black holes that surround our earth and everything going on with space, that we are still standing, and I'm able to sit here and make a necklace, and you're able to be on a live stream. If you think about it, it's a miracle, because there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in space. I mean, we have explored space a lot, yes, but it's honestly, if you really research all the stuff going on around you, you never know when an asteroid's going to hit us or whatever. So you got to live like it's your last day on Earth and just try to do things and make people happy, because we don't know the end game. I don't know the end game. Even when you died and come back and you see things like I have, you still don't know the end game. I mean, there's things out there, and the God that made us, no matter what you name him, it's energy. And that energy created us, and I believe that energy could take us out if they want. But I try not to upset the universe. I try to live a life, a humble life. Even though I have a comfortable life, I still live a humble life, because I feel everybody should. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut this out and restring this, but we got this now. See? On this cord. And I'm gonna cut this out right here because I cut this a little long. And all you gotta do is re-slip knot this. So I'm gonna take this out right here. Go this way. You can even it out this way. You can cut it that way. Alright, now we're gonna just re-slip knot this and match it up. Alright. Okay. There we go. This isn't bad. You just bring it and you even it out, and it's an easy way to even it out. But now it's even now. And we got this. And I'm going to make a bracelet for a gift set. So I'm going to get out these colors again, because everybody seems to want a bracelet, but I go for the whole cord. I just get a lot. So I just do a real long cord. I feel this is easier. Okay, this is my easy one to come out. That one, my dog got a hold of it. He got excited and thought it was a toy. Alright, I'm making this kind of long. I'm going to pull this out here. This is for the extra cord. Alright, now you just pull this like that. There you go. We go with two right here. There we go. Take one, two. I got one of these here. Now we're going to get two of these color. And I'm just going to do a regular, just long cord. So that person could just do whatever they want with this long cord because it doesn't cost you that much money to do a cord once you already did the necklace. It really doesn't. It barely costs any money for that. You're only dealing with yarn at that point. All right, I'm going to go like that. And then I had the red. Put this one over there. I actually got a little nice shelf over here to organize everything. I've been between all of my painting streams and stuff and buying all these little things that I've been using. I got a lot going on. I'm not gonna lie. There's just an awful lot going on in my life with yarn. So I have a little shelf thing over here now. And it's nice because I'd like to call this my little arts and crafts corner. And I probably am going to, after I'm all done cording up this, come back. I am here for readings if you guys want me to do a reading. Oh, I finally got to this end where it pulls out. Because it is supposed to pull out if you get a brand new thing of yarn. It was all messy for a little bit after my dog decided he thought it was a toy. But I must have got to the middle of it somehow. And that's a good thing. We're going to slip knot this. We live in Beijing. Oh, stop smoking crack. Okay. Tough crowd today. Tough crowd. Alright, I'm going to start doing this. But there you go. Alright, well, whoever left, I wish you endeavors on finding a stream that you like. There's many different good streams on YouTube, many. I like a lot of different kind of streams myself. I mean, the only reason I know about obviously the here is because who doesn't know about YouTube? It's huge. But now we're gonna make the extra cord. You can't please everybody, folks. You just can't. Alright. Now, with this, when you start here, you gotta go real tight in here. Just like that. Nice and tight in the top. You just braid it down. And after I'm done making this, I'm probably going to take me a break and come back on, and I'm going to start another stream. Most likely I'm going to start my sketch of Tramp. But I do like to do my streams of making my little jewelry up. But yeah, I'm very interested in this research they're going to be doing soon with finding out what's underneath the ocean. I feel we're going to find there's some interesting things down there. Very interesting things. And they've had things that have had piled up and came out that look a lot that, and they have a museum. I don't know what country it's in. My God. It was something that was similar to a mermaid, but they said that was, and they actually have it in a museum. I just can't think of which country, but it's surfaced up. And I'm thinking maybe these are the things in the bottom of the ocean. They say they hide from humans. The ocean people that actually are out there studying the ocean. And the ocean is very interesting. We don't know hardly anything about it, really. If you think about it, they just found out about these underwater volcanoes. And I seen a thing on YouTube where there was some kind of thing where it was like they opened up and there was some kind of a door, and it was some kind of project Russia had because they wanted to go in the middle, see what was in the middle of the earth. And they came across this door and there was just a lot of different plants and stuff that they never heard of, and it's biblical history. And I guess in the Bible it does state that there was this door, and then if you really study the Bible, which some people do, they find out that it's a written oral history. And they found it, and then when they opened this door or something, the Russians, which I'm not sure if it's true or not, it's one of those science ones, so I want to say it's somewhat true. They said there was a different ecosystem, and it says it in the Bible. And maybe these Bibles are oral history. I don't know. But the world's a big, vast place. And sometimes we got to open our brain to these kind of things. Because when you open your brain to these kind of activities and stuff, sometimes life is just gets more mysterious when you think about it. And there's nothing wrong with thinking about things out off the grid. I do believe there's other species of. I believe there's life on other planets. I absolutely do. They say Area 52 is a real thing. They're finding evidence of life in space. So why wouldn't there be aliens? So, Terra Destroyers. Oh, three. Three is a divinity number. It's interesting you mentioned three. Three in a lot of places in the Bible and different things in history. The Trinity is a very powerful number. It really is. I do, and I do know that because the science is very mathematical, and a lot of things in threes, honestly, a lot of things run in threes. They do. You have a lot of times a lot of the math where if you like study like cold fusion and stuff, it runs in threes. And it is a prime number, and in space it is prime numbers. And they are saying there is portholes to other things. Even Stephen Hawking stated that. And I always say that nobody's special just because they're a little more intuitive. They can just pick the energy off these portholes. Because they say there's people that come in from different times. And they say that the black holes are so powerful, they can go through timelines. I mean, we're at exciting part of space. And three, yes, Terror Destroyer is a big number in science. It is. And sometimes I think that just some people are more sensitive seeing some of this, and but that's why I say that nobody can tell you what you're eating for dinner. They can never tell you who you're going to be with, because it is stated there's multi-universes, and in these multi-universes I might be making a necklace now and I might be painting in another timeline. So there's always chaotic energy that will change. Always. I mean, sometimes you could tap into the energy, but honestly, in one timeline, you might be married to one person. Another timeline, you might be married to a total different person. And these are true stated facts by a lot of physicists and stuff. And we have exciting time in history. Hubble's out there getting all of these pictures, amazing pictures of the universe around us. And it's incredible. And I am glad I'm alive to see it. I really am. Just like that eclipse, they were saying something about 1,000 years the moon does this. And then I do, probably other tarot card readers don't like me because I feel if anybody's telling you about angel numbers and all that, they're a scam. They are a total scam. You could say about an energy field, but the power of divinity is not going to give you that kind of information at all. If anything, you're more sensitive to energy. And that makes more sense. And folks, you gotta go what makes more sense. You have to. If you don't go what makes more sense, you get scammed. That's all there is to it. There's always two options in the universe. Either it could go one way or another, and it depends on the individual. And when I did pass away, then I did die when I was in ICU and came back. It's all about free will, and this is true. And a lot of times I did a study. I've been randomly studying the Satan group over at Facebook, and I've come up with calculations. They go a lot with energy, but the thing is, they're not very generous. And they're not horrible people. They're not making human sacrifices and this and that. They're not. It's just they're saying to celebrate yourself. And they say that our energy makes us the masters of our own universe, like you're your own god type thing. And that's pretty much what that religion's stating. And I guess in a sense, if you want to look at it, because every religion has good and bad to it, all of it, and it has a piece of the truth. And maybe we are, in a sense, our own gods. It could be totally true. Because you got the ability to control animals if you want to. You got the ability to change people's destinies. You got the ability, if you didn't like your neighbor, to do them in and get rid of them. If you wanted to, you could kill them. If you wanted to. And that would change a whole timeline. And I guess in that sense, Satanism could have parts of the truth. Because it is. And I believe there's more than one energy out there that controls everything. And the minute you think that you know everything and you can do this and that, there's something out there that's going to tell you different. There really is. So. Oh, hello. How are you? I told you I'd be back with my stuff. I'm making jewelry. I made this, and I got the tarot card killer over here with the number 3, which I was pointing out as a divine number in the universe. Because I do have a different way, my friend. How? I do have a way of seeing things, but I see truth. I do not see things that aren't truth because I'm more scientific. I like to think myself as a scientific psychic. That's why I tell people exactly what I can see and what I can't see. Do I believe there's angels? Maybe in a sense, but folks, they don't have wings. They're energy. They could be ancestors, they can be a lot of stuff. They're not what the Bible says they are. They're just beings that have a lot of energy and they're positive. That's it. There's your angel. I hate to break it to you. They're not fluffy with wings and this and that. They're not. They're just positive energy. And the Reaper is not all bones. I personally think it's cool how they depict death, but death is renewal. That's all it is. And if you think about it in these terms, you won't be so damn afraid to die. Because I'm not. I'm kind of looking forward to it again. I mean, I went through this 3 times. And it was nice. And when my renewal time comes, I'm hoping maybe to be born in a different country, possibly. I don't know. Maybe I could be born in California to a rich family. Who knows? Or be born an eagle or something. We don't know. But don't fear the unknown. Enjoy the moment of where you're at. Don't be so caught up with money because the greedier you are, the more the universe doesn't like you. You create your own imbalance. And in a sense, yeah, there are demons. Yes, they are. But they're the demons we create, which people forget to mention. All the tarot card people. We create our own demons. You allow that energy into your life, and this is what happens. Oh, I'm not an angel. I just have a lot of positive energy. That's it. I try to, when I die here, I want people to be happy and positive and spread the good word. And I would like less dolphins to die and stuff. So I guess in that sense, I may be. But yeah, I do fight with other tarot card people because they like to tell you what you're eating for lunch. And they like to tell you if you're going to be successful or not. That's up to karma. I hate to tell you, but that is up to karma. You get what you bring forth. If you bring forth good energy, you get good energy. And if that good energy means you getting your car getting fixed or you bought a house or something. Oh, I don't think I've foreseen my death. I have foreseen my death and I die way past 100 and a good 100. And I have a bunch of grandkids and great grandkids near me in an expensive hotel. Not hotel, but hospital room, obviously. But I die. I'm going to live 50 plus years. I see death a lot. That's the problem. This is why I have so many hobbies. I see death. I see the transition. And I guess I'm an angel to those that are passing because I'm sometimes the last person that could pass them through that gives them peace. And I do. I'll pass them through. I'll pray a little bit over their heads and stuff because sometimes when you're dying, you need somebody that's able to be there with you on the other side. And I feel that's more important than knowing what you ate for lunch or what your angel numbers are or so forth. Because death is a renewal. And when your renewal date is up, that energy that, if you want to call it God, Allah, whatever you want to call it, is not going to give you a good renewal if you didn't give anything nice back. And when people say you're going to hell for suicide and that is absolutely not true. Absolutely not. If you go ahead and commit suicide, you just get a rebirth. It's the acts that you did towards other people that you get judged for. So that's a Catholic thing. And I wouldn't worry about if you knew somebody that commits suicide and you think they're going to hell, because there really is not a hell. Hell is There really is not. There's a heaven, I guess, in a sense, and a hell, but obviously, heaven is where everything that we say what it is happy and more positive. But we create our own hell. Whatever sins, or they say, like in human terms, we call it sins. Whatever sins that you create here and how many people you hurt is what you have to relive in in hell, if you want to call it. I call it the dark realm. In the dark realm, you relive that moment for a long time, and 1 minute could be feel like 1,000 years, but you're stuck there for a long time. So, if you're stuck there for a bunch of times, then it's up to you to get out of hell. It really is. It's if you learn your lesson and cleansed your soul, because that's the only way you're gonna get reborn. And that should be the end game. We should not be worried about who the hell we're sleeping with, or who slept with who, or what actress is doing this, or whatever. There's more important things in this realm to worry about than that. I'm not saying I don't like entertainment. I like it. And honestly, there has to be some kind of entertainment, because what would you watch on Netflix? But we were meant to gather around and enlighten each other. That's what our purpose is on this earth. Not to be selfish. And the minute that you're selfish and you affect the lives of many people in a negative way, you just have your calling card to the dark realm. And if you go to confession, that's my favorite. I like to say all the time, if you murdered somebody and tortured them and then went in a confessional, you don't pay for that. Even though you probably destroyed a whole porthole and a timeline. You do. Might have regrets, but you do. And you stay there until you learn your lesson. And then sometimes after you learn your lesson, you're put in the same position in another life. Like these guys that womanize and this and that. Your own personal hell could be in the next life you're a woman that's raped and all that other stuff. You don't mess with destiny. And I don't. I don't. I just when Mother Earth calls or whatever, I just say and ask something. When I put a universal question and they ask something of me, I say how high and I jump, because you got to be respectful to the balance of things. And I see a whole lot of disrespectful people in the world. And do I really care if they like me or not? No. I just see a real bad fate for them. So I made an extra cord because everybody seems to like these so much. I made an extra one today. And here's the gift set. And this is what I mean. It was easy. It was a cornroll braid, and all you did is add two extra strings, and then you have this. And then if somebody really liked this a lot, they can wear this for a necklace or use it for something else. So I like to make gift sets for my friends. And sometimes if I see someone that doesn't have a lot of money that can't buy nice jewelry, I give him some jewelry because it's the right thing to do. I'm back. I never hear. Yeah, you can. I mean, what do you want to ask? You can ask about an energy in a situation, and I can tell you the energy in your situation. I don't have a problem with it because every situation has an energy that could go either way. There's no bad reading. There really isn't. Not at all. But yeah, bring it on. I'll just do. I have other stuff I could do. I think I might do the evil eye. Alright, my little evil eye came out that way. Alright, this one's going to be a small cord, this little evil eye. Not going to be a big cord because I don't really have the piece for that. And I'm going to make it red. But yeah, I'll wait for your question and do this. I have no problem with it. But yeah, that's why I have different kinds of readings because I have different beliefs. I worship Mother Earth. That's what I do. That's why I respect Mother Earth and I try to promote Mother Earth all the same. And I feel I always was a person for Mother Earth. So, and then some people used to call me a Wiccan. And I said, no, I'm not a Wiccan because I don't believe in these practices and I feel the energy around us. And and the energy around us and trying to make a better tomorrow. And if you focus on one thing like that, sometimes you end up with a whole other thing. And the first thing you want to do is the slip knot. I'm waiting on on the oracle reading. I guess that's actually a good thing. I say energy readings, but we could do I think oracle sounds nice. Maybe I'll start calling them oracle readings. I just call them energy readings because, like I said, I'm more scientific, but that seems like it's a whole better way of explaining it. Thank you for the suggestion. My tarot card killer went away. I don't know where they went. I don't know. Maybe this tarot card person is going to try to kill me. I find that it might be kind of funny. They got to get through Chong and everything to get up in here. And he knows when Amazon comes, so. And we all know how crazy Chong can get at times, especially when he's on a dog walk, so. Most people that aren't crazy do not want to walk in my house. Because my dog is very territorial about his house. So I would like that tarot card killer to try to come this way. That would be funny. So, because we are very well protected. And we actually passed the law in Ohio where you can conceal a weapon. If you want, you can carry it and you don't have to say you have it. And then if somebody hurts you, you can shoot them. In the state of Ohio now, I believe. They used to have where you had to get your concealed to carry, but you don't have to do that anymore. We're kind of like Texas now, where you can just carry it around. Anybody can have a gun up in their purse now. Don't say what about the guns. But yeah, we are kind of like Texas in that way. We went that way. I know the husband's happy. He got, a lot of people in Ohio are happy because they want to protect themselves because of this whole drug thing, and they're trying to get all the drugs out of the borders so we don't get any of it in here, which I hope Trump wins that fight because this meth is terrible. It is. You don't want that stuff will ruin your life. My husband actually knows a couple people that was on that stuff, and now that they're off it, they're totally different people with good jobs and everything. It just takes years from your life, years that you could have been doing something else. And I guess they started from horse tranquilizers, I was told. That's how, like, and I guess somebody wanted to smoke it and see what would happen. But my thing is, being a medical, just because it seems good does not mean it is. I mean, if you're gonna live, you want to live without having a heart attack on when you're 50. I mean, I'm 50 and I'm in perfect health because I don't put things in my body that's crazy like some of these people in the world do. I don't. Just marijuana and my vape. That's it. I don't be doing none of that other stuff. It was, if it's not grown on this earth, and or if it's a killer type thing. I mean, in my mind, I think vaping is just as bad as cigarettes at times, which I don't really do it. I've slowed down. I really have. I can keep the same vape for weeks. But I smoked for 10 years, the cigarettes, and it was hard to quit. It really was. So I could just imagine how hard it is to quit other things. Like, I don't know, like the fe- the meth and all that. That has to be terrible. And why put yourself in that position? That's my thing. There's lots of terrible people making money off of people's misery out there. And I get it, they need money, but there has to be a better way than getting someone's mom hooked on all these drugs so she wants to sell her body and her kids get neglected. There has to be a better way. That's all I know. I couldn't live with myself if that happened to me. And a lot of people that come off the drugs see what they lost and how their kids were neglected. I mean, God, there was that one rapper, I forgot his name. His mom was addicted to, I don't know what drug it was. He raps about it all the time and trying to bring awareness. So, and his mom was in a bad part of her life. So, I don't know. Well, this is good. I got 2 sets done. I keep finding all this little stuff. And I keep boxing and organizing things around this house, and I'm finding a lot of things. Because I do save a lot of things, but once you go through and reorganize things, you find a lot of other stuff. These are true facts. These are things that I like to do to occupy my time, besides arts and crafts, is organizing. And if you organize things, you find a whole lot of stuff, and you don't have to buy a whole lot of stuff. That is one thing you could do to save money. And then the mother in law, we give her money all the time, and she gets these meals because she came off cancer and she gets a lot of stuff. And since I was really sick before in the earlier live streams and came off being sick, I get them. So, and I eat them, and they're not bad, they're healthy. I've been on a healthier diet. I don't see the question. I guess they didn't want a question. I guess I'll finish this here and eventually I guess take a break. And I'll finish up the evil eye. Evil Eye is always a favorite for people. Probably because it's so popular in its origin and history. The Evil Eye's been around for a long time. Probably, I want to say since, geez, ancient Egyptian times, but the eye looked different. I do like the ancient Egyptian cross, though. I think that is looks really good. I like the cross, the Egyptian cross, the old one. It's just really stylish. I get into Egyptian things. I remember when King Tut came, when they found King Tut and all that when I was younger, my dad took me to go see him at the museum. And I seen King Tut before they moved King Tut. And I tell you, looking at mummies on YouTube and seeing a mummy firsthand is incredible. My dad actually took the day off from work and everything to make sure I seen this mummy because I love Egyptian stuff. Love it. And they had a lot of they were a lot involved with crystals too. So yeah, the ancient that's one kind of thing like if you like that and the GAIA network. I like to I don't and I always mispronounce it. You have to pay for a subscription for it. It's Gaia, but I'm probably or gay or Gaia, I don't know. Is one of those two, but if you pay for a subscription, they have stuff about the Templars and different stuff. And I do pay for that every month. Every month I pay for that. Because they have a lot of interesting things. They really do. The Templars are some of my favorite through history. I just vibe with them. I just like they have so many things they have done. They have. They've done a lot. They were very influential, but the Egyptians, they actually had electricity. And then there's always the talk about how aliens came and they seen them and that's how they got some of their innovative ideas. They even say that in that network. So there has to be some to it. They had a very advanced civilization, very advanced. So if your civilization is that advanced, you're good. And those pyramids, my God, the pyramids are amazing. I could imagine how we couldn't reproduce those, but somebody that is much older than us made these pyramids. Much older. So that is something that's food for thought. That is totally food for thought. So just letting you guys know. These are things I randomly think about because I have a very curious mind. I really do. I like to know things for what they are. And I really do. I enjoy knowing them for what they are and what they're doing. Okay, where are we at now? Alright, that's not bad. I'm gonna do that length and start putting in this my little evil eye over here. There we go. I mean I wish I could get one with Egyptian evil eye. It'd be cooler. I do this in the middle. Start doing this towards the middle. You'll have better results. You really will. And then with yarn, you're kind of just shoving through here. And I have that little tiny stuff here. There we go. Alright, just pulling this through. It's easier to get yarn through jewelry. It really is. I don't know, I just thought this evil eye would look really cool like this. Here we go. There we go. I'm going to do this and move this out like this. And just try to get this a little loose so it comes down. Just loosen up a little since I didn't have the one stand. I mean, you can make anything. If you could braid a cord, you could make a set out of anything. You really can. And they look cool. And they totally make nice presents. And I'd like to get ahead on all my stuff. I do. I feel like I accomplish something for the day if I do that. But I'm going to finish this out and then do this set and then probably take me another little break. I got an hour or something, then let the phone charge out. And then come on here and do something different from my little art corner here that I've created in my living room. Because I do like to create little places for myself. I'm going to go ahead and hit this real quick while I finish this. Alright, here we go. This is going to be a beautiful set right here. And then I got a lot of jewelry stuff coming. Oh my god, do I have a lot. I've seen a lot of it on Amazon, my favorite. See a lot of good deals. Amazon Prime, my friends. Amazon Prime. Pay the Amazon Prime subscription because you're good. Especially if you're in arts and crafts, you'll get stuff so cheap. And it's expensive if you don't have this. I pay for Amazon Prime every month for this reason. I would love to be a spokesperson for Amazon. I think that would be my dream job. I really do. That would be so awesome if one day they sponsored me. I'd be in cloud 9. Amazon is the best. I already have a cart ready to go. And my check clears tomorrow. I found oil pastels. They're the soft ones. And it was only like $30. Usually they're like more than that. They're like 60 or something. But I found them cheap. And they're supposed to be really good with artwork, especially if you follow me with the painting. They make a big, huge difference, but you got to sketch for a long while and get good at that. And then I would invest in these pastels, but yeah, they're gonna really make my artwork. They even had fluorescent colors. I thought those would be good for anime pictures. That's what I was thinking. But that's just me. Because I get very excited about artwork. I really do. I just love it. I get excited about all kinds of stuff like that. I get excited about jewelry stuff, so of course, I bought more crystals. I'm always buying more crystals. I make crystal sets all the time. But I think this evil eye looks good with the red. I really do. It looks really good with the red cord. Sometimes it's the colors you pick when you're doing these too. Try to pick your colors so it does good. pick your colors to match whatever jewelry set you have going on, they come out really nice. And they're just really happy and vibrant. Here we go, we're getting this, and then I'll make the bracelets of this set because I'm just going to try to knock out as many of these little sets and get all this stuff. Get all this stuff done. It does take time to get these done. That it does. But it's worth it in the end. You got gift sets. And it's nice to have your gift sets all ready to roll. And it gets rid of stuff in your house. Because if you make it as a gift set and you have it ready to go, you don't gotta look at it, you don't think about it, and it's done. Done and out. And you want it done and out. Oh God. There's Amber reaching out. Let me see what she's doing. Let me see what she's. Oh God. That was the boss. Well, not the boss, but my thing. They made all these residents mad, so they want me to go into work after state and everything else walked in. Hell to the no. We all created that negative energy. You can keep that negative energy. Now they care about the person that is a good person that doesn't make the residents mad. I actually did good at balancing this out. But yeah, it's because nobody wants to come in there. And the only reason they would call me is because state has walked in the building. No, thank you. I will be streaming tomorrow. You can be sure of that. I will be doing either artwork or jewelry work. One of the two. And then my mother-in-law is going to bring over a bunch of stuff. So, that is how my Wednesday is going to go. It's not going to be at that place. Oh, no. They just be desperate. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get this done. Balance this out here. I'm going to pull this out, make sure it's even here. There you go. You could take your slip knots till it's even. And you could pull your slip knot up or down too. Beautiful evil eye. There you go. See how nice that cord looks. Very good. But yeah. I actually changed my schedule around. I did want to do more with social media, but I also changed my schedule around because I was really tired of dealing with them making the residents mad and dealing with state officials always in work over stupid stuff. I was really tired of it. So I just couldn't do it no more. I'd rather stay at home. They got a lot of drama that goes on through the week. Alright. Now I'm doing the extra cord. I'm doing these extra cords with the set, so I already have them pre-made and done. If I need them. Like if there's somebody's having a birthday or something. I got a present that I didn't have to worry about. I had to go out and buy. Because that saves you money. Not having to go out and buy this stuff. And this is true facts. So, alright, now I'm going to make this. And you kind of separate your cord out. There we go. Pretty cord here. Just the extra cord. I've been noticing people like these so much, and it doesn't cost anything extra just to take 3 more strings and make a cord. It takes a little extra time, but honestly, these these kind of crafts people really like. They like homemade stuff. They're starting to make a comeback. They really are. People are really enjoying these. People go to spiritual shops and pay a lot of money for this. Believe it or not. I don't know, because I do it and I already have a comfortable enough living. I keep them for presents because I'm trying to save my money. So that's where I'm at with it. I guess if you wanted to, you could sell them, but I just don't feel the need to sell these. I think they're nice enough as presents, honestly. I like to call it hippie jewelry. My parents were hippies. Maybe that's why I'm into more hippie things. I don't know. It could be. It probably is. It's the hippie in me that likes to do this kind of stuff. The hippies was all into this. I love gardening too, but one day I'll have a nice garden. Right now I have a plant, but it's okay. I try to buy stuff for indoor gardening, but sometimes it's hard and then it takes a lot of space, so I don't know. I don't think that kind of gardening is for me. I braid this out this way, make this a nice long extra good cord here. There we go. It is very therapeutic. It really is doing this kind of work. It makes it's good for your soul. It really is. I'm probably gonna give some of these. Give one to my niece. I'm thinking. And then I made ghost face for my son. So, but these are the things I give to the kids. I mean, they all have jobs and stuff, and they're older. I remember when they were younger. So, but time does march on. Yes, it does. In a big way. Time's always marching on. They always say that, but it is true. When you hit 50, the little kids that you were around and braided their hair are adults with kids themselves. It's it is what it is, I guess. And they remember all those little things. Because my niece, even though she didn't see me for a long while because it's from a previous marriage, they still remember me and they're still happy about seeing me and stuff. So, because I always was good to them, I'm good. Try to be good to everybody. There's no use in being nasty to anybody. So, there really isn't. Not at all. There we go. Very nice. This cord is nice, and I got 2 sets done. I don't know, maybe today I'll just come on and I'll do another set because I have two more crystals to braid out with the extra cord. So since I have all that to do, I'll probably come on and do some more because I have to get to the point where I'm using up this stuff too. And I like to mix it up. I really do. I like to mix these things up and be happy and do different things. Because who wants to watch the same boring thing all the time? And plus, these are really cool and they come at high demand, and it's absolutely easy to make. It absolutely is. You just go back and forth and get yourself that children's play mat. I got mine at Mark's, and or go to Amazon. Just look for children's foam play mats, and my God, they're so good for arts and crafts. They're just amazing. They make your day so wonderful when you do them. They are. They're wonderful, wonderful. There we go. I'm going to braid this down. And I'm going to put two baggies with this. I mean, maybe tomorrow I'll do the tramp. I don't know. It just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. Because I'm making that for a nurse that I work for on the weekend. I could do it on Wednesday even. So, here we go. I just, what's up, Chong? But after this, I braided two sets and I've been on here almost an hour and a half. So, I will probably take me my little break for my drink break and stuff. Put these in my little tin thing for all the stuff that was made. And then come back and probably braid out these other crystals. Because it's nice to have these sets pre-made if I happen to need them for something. It does make people happy. Jewelry. They do love jewelry. And people do love crystals and other stuff also. There you go. It does take a little time to braid this out. But I figure when you're live streaming, that's all you got is time sometimes. You gotta fill the hour. So, sometimes you're on here waiting a while. So, if you start with a cause and leave with a cause, even if somebody wanted to look at your stream later, that's okay. That is totally okay. You got your project done. And I'm getting projects done that I need to get done all at once. I'm solving lots of problems in my life at one time. All the miscellaneous things. 'Cause it's those miscellaneous things in life that'll get you. just go back and forth, and the repetitive motion is very relaxing. And if you're having a stressful day, it just wipes away all your stress. It really does. Yarn work does it wonderfully. Painting does it too. So I didn't get that question from the other person. They must have left, so it must have been not been that important. Or maybe they found another tarot card reader. I don't know. You never know. That's why I say over here is like the ocean. I never know what to expect from day to day. I can expect a lot or a little. I don't know. It is what it is there. Oh, yep. You knew all right. With doctor at least. Okay, probably got me. But I feel like I accomplished something today. I got 2 sets done. My cleaning's done for the house, which isn't bad. So I got all this stuff done. And really, that's why I took down some of my days from work. They were just stressing me out there. I do the weekends because I find it easier to do weekends. I find it way easier. They're less on you about things, and they don't bother you as much about things either. And you get more money. I really like being a weekend warrior. It's fun. And I can always come over here when I come home, and a lot of times I don't have time to be walking to that big park. But I could do one of these streams and just take Chong out to go do his business and come back and not live stream it. So that's generally what I do on the weekends, or I try to get an art stream in or something. It works out better for these braiding streams because it takes like what I'm looking at an hour and a half to do 2 sets. So it takes about an hour and a half. So if it takes about an hour and a half, then there you go. What are you gonna do? It is what it is. But I have noticed a lot of people at my work, they act different towards me now that they know I'm on YouTube a lot, and I'm starting to get a little bit of subscribers. I don't know. My husband says they're jealous. I don't know why they're so jealous. They work overtime and get all that money. So I don't know why they care about me and my little braiding. Either they don't like their job or something. Oh shit, bro! Go! I'll take that hit. I don't know. I just noticed when you do other endeavors in life, it just seems that people don't like you when you're doing things that make you happy. I don't understand why, but that's the way people can be. Oh, I'm on my second set, whoever's peeping in. So if you want a tarot card reading, get it now. Because I've been on here an hour and a half with making 2 sets of these. And I'll be coming back after I take a little break to make 2 more sets because I got 2 more crystal gift sets to make. So lay me on your reading if you want it. How could someone like you? Oh, well, there's a lot of people that don't like me. They call people at my work because me, I do assistant living a lot. I go to that unit. And me and my friend, Carol, we don't put up with bullshit. One of the residents calls her Super Rambo, me Rambo Jr. because we give them showers. And people from my work don't like me because they're unhappy in their lives. People that are unhappy in their lives and don't want to make themselves happy, they like to put their misery on other people. My mom used to always say, misery likes company. And I don't want to be company to any misery. You don't need money to be happy. Obviously, you gotta have a, be comfortable, a place to live, yada, yada, yada. But you don't technically need money to be happy. And I'm talking big time nurses that have went to have their 4 year degree in this and that, but they're miserable. And sometimes they all are sleeping with one another. It's crazy. I don't go for that. If I'm at work, I don't want to be. I don't want to sleep with anybody from work. I find that unprofessional, but a lot of people do it. I'm not judging them. They do what they do. I'm doing what I do over here. And I leave it at that. But yeah, there's some people that don't like me. They'll say, oh, the superstar that's everywhere. I have a TikTok account to pretty much for promotional for YouTube. I think every YouTuber does this. I'm not doing anything unusual. I mean, a lot of people have that on YouTube that are famous or famous in my eyes because they got way more subscribers. These people, you know, they're more famous, yeah, but the money doesn't. They're doing the crafts and they're happy because they're doing what makes them happy. Some people don't like to see people happy, no matter how much money's involved or whatever. But that's the way life is, and I'm okay with people if they want to be like that. I don't really. I got thick skin. I've been in medical for a lot of years. We get cussed out. We get all named all kinds of names. And if you deal with dementia, they have really bad attitudes. That's why they're there. That's why they're not with their family because their families can't handle it because people get crazy in that end game. So, but I'll be back because I'm going to braid some more. It's probably going to be jewelry day. I'm going to get some more jewelry sets done. So, I will see you guys probably. I don't know. Probably come back. I'm going to take me like a half hour break and come and try to get some more stuff. Oh, it's evening. But I'll be back. I'm always trying to do as many little streams as I can. So I appreciate all you guys and your support. And I'll see you guys again. And you'll see more jewelry because I have 2 crystals I got to braid out for 2 crystal sets. Then I was thinking about taking some of these rocks I had and putting, like I did with this one, doing with these. I make use of everything. I honestly do. And thank you for being a really cool audience, and I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys later.